Hey, this is Ronald from Math Skills University, and if you're thinking about or considering buying a new washing machine in 2026, please watch this video because it's imperative that you protect yourself from corporate greed as well as planned obsolescence. With that said, if you already bought an Amana washing machine or dryer, I can help you save money and a lot of time and frustration with that washing machine. These appliances are made to fail, be replaced, upgraded, and serviced. That's called planned obsolescence, corporate greed. So let's protect ourselves. Let's go. I've owned a half dozen washing machines over the last 15 years or so because I've owned a few different buildings. And I bought 5 different types of washing machines. 3 from the Whirlpool family, I bought LGs, and I bought Speed Queens. The last time my wife bought a washer and dryer for the new home we're buying and remodeling now, she spent $1,200 or so, and she went and bought an Amana washing machine and an Amana dryer. Everything worked fine for a year, and then they both started giving us problems. And I have tons of videos on how to fix these Amana washing machines. With that said though, if you're looking to buy a washing machine in 2026, do your research. And I'm going to take a second to go over a few things. I'm going to start with Whirlpool. And Whirlpool used to be the de facto standard. They designed what we call the top load washing machines. And everybody has blueprinted their machines after them because they were that good. Well, when they bought Maytag and Amana, things changed. Now they have this $500, $600 entry-level, mid-level kind of washing machine that everybody seems to be buying. And the thing is, it doesn't matter if you have a Maytag washing machine or an Amana washing machine. They're going to use a lot of the same parts. And these parts were provided by the lowest bidders. Keep that in mind. So this machine, we're talking 2 to 3 years before you start to have problems with it. You're going to have to replace parts. But with that said, these things are not workhorses. They're built out of cheap material. They're plastic. This is why you have so many problems with these control boards and having to reset these things after about 6 months to a year of use. And you have to do these resets constantly. And when you think your machine is broken, when your water pump needs to be replaced, it probably doesn't. It's just a simple reset code that they will not give you. That's a problem for Amana that they're not addressing. But I guess it's a serviceable item. Or it's just planned obsolescence, corporate greed, and or indifference. And if I jump over here to appliancepartspros.com and just type in Amana, this is what you get. And these are best sellers because these are parts that die on Amana. These rods right here, these suspension rods, the belt, lid lock switches, things like that, these die all the time. Amana, whenever a product goes bad or they can't get the part anymore, they come up with a different product number. You're going to see all these different Amana Whirlpool product numbers. And you're also going to see that this suspension rod, for example, everybody uses the same one. Kenmore, Sears, Crosley, they all use the same exact parts. Jump over here to Amazon. You're going to see all the things that pop up. And these are things that have to be replaced on Amana washing machines. Control board, suspension rods, agitator, belts, door, drain pump. It just goes on and on. If you click on that, then go down here to click on what it's compatible with. Look at all these different Whirlpool model numbers. This is a suspension rod that a lot of these top load washing machines are using. The NTW stands for New Top Load Washer. Again, let's go back. Look at all these Amana Whirlpool Maytag. With that said, when we had tenants who had one kid and maybe a dog, we would move them up to an LG washing machine. This is around $800 to $1,000, but it's built better. It's going to last you longer. So an Amana may last you 3 to 5 years before you have to start really replacing things. The LG is going to give you maybe up to 8 years or so. Check out this consumer report on washing machines. I linked that below. So at that 4-year mark, you might have to replace a few items. And these machines work good because they can be overused, they can be a little bit overloaded, and they still will work well. However, if you would ask a real HVAC person or people who are in the industry or who have used multiple types of washing machines, some of them might tell you that Speed Queens are the best in the world, no matter what Consumer Reports tells you. Speed Queens may cost up to $1,500, but they are really built to last. I'm talking 20 to 25 years, the way Whirlpools used to be built. If you need a workhorse, That's what you get. If you look in laundromats where they're overloaded constantly, a lot of times you're going to see a speed queen, and there's a reason for that. I had one tenant who had 5 kids, they had 2 dogs. There's no way in the world I was not going to give them a speed queen. But more importantly, there's good, there's bad, there's ugly when it comes to buying products. Here's what I mean by looking at the ugly. I will go over to Google, and this is my exact washing machine. And look what pops up. Suspension rods, right away. Inlet. So again, these are things that may become a problem. If you don't press enter in Google, it will tell you what people have been looking for. Then you type in something like this, common problems and solutions. And you press enter. Then you'll get this. Tell you what people are reporting about this particular product. This is the ugly of product reviews. Forget what you read online. Go check out post-ownership reviews. This is what you want. Then you want to type something like issues. And if you hit spacebar, you'll get this. Problems, control board not spinning, reset codes, faults, and fixes. Faults and fixes. That's what you want to research in Google before you make that purchase. Look at the ugly. Do the same thing for anything you're buying right now because of corporate greed or planned obsolescence, which started with the Morpheus cartel in the 1920s with the light bulb. Protect yourself as a consumer. With all that said, I want to bring your attention to check out this video in which he goes over everything about washing machines. He shows you all these stats, these data. He tells you why this is better than that. He tells you which ones to avoid. But more importantly, check out his channel in general because he is the appliance king. He's going to give you a lot of information, knowledge, how-tos about all your appliances. And again, this goes back to planned obsolescence. If you have any comments, suggestions, or ideas, please leave them below. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'm wishing you and yours the very best. Peace.